The time has come. Welcome to Great Guitar Build Off 2023. It's taken a little bit longer than we had hoped, but the website is open, entries are open, there have been some changes called for by you, the community, some additions, some subtractions, and I am incredibly excited to welcome you to a journey of creativity and inspiration and all good things. All of the information here is very simply laid out on the website. I am going to speed through it as rapidly as possible without delving too deeply into each thing, which means that I'm going to talk for the next half hour non-stop and cover absolutely everything, because that's kind of the way things go. Great Guitar Build Off, we started this in 2020. It was supposed to be a few YouTubers competing against each other to give people something to watch during lockdowns, etc. And very swiftly people asked to join in. And that was it. This whole thing was born. We realized that the charitable aspect of the whole thing last year was the most important bit. And our invitational builders have been essentially building their guitar, donating it. People are buying tickets to win that guitar on dailyguitardraw.com, and money raised from that goes to GGBO to create the thing and to the charity of the builder's choice. And one of the biggest changes that we've made this year is that everybody is going to be raising money for a select group of music-based charities and good causes. We are not asking you to donate your guitars unless you want to, and that is an option, but we're essentially doing sponsored builds for everybody except for the invitationals. Now, the other massive change, and what I'm incredibly excited about, and which was suggested by you guys, the fans, is that we are no longer being a YouTube exclusive competition. So many of us are intimidated by editing videos. So many of us don't have the time to edit a video, let alone make one and a guitar and do all of that stuff. So on 3 platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, even if you are posting just photographs of your build process, as long as we and everybody watching you can tell that it is actually you building the guitar, that is valid. Shorts, short videos, reels, stories, all of that sort of stuff are also valid. The judging right at the end, though, is just going to be based on photos. And that's that. Check the website for the rules. They are simple, and most of them are just saying, hey, yo, be creative and cool, etc. The main, big, huge thing that happened last year was we had created essentially a social media site within the website so that you could go and take some of the burden, some of the administrative time off our hands by updating your profile pages, etc. And for many people, that was just a step too far. So we have simplified that process. We are going to build your profile pages. We are going to administer all of that. We only need a little bit of help from you. And essentially, whenever you have new photos or links, etc., we need those sent to us via WeTransfer, which is an easy-to-use website, free up to 2 gigabytes of data transferred, I think. And it means that you will send us a folder of your stuff, and it will be from you, it'll have your name, etc., and it's going to be easy for us to then upload. There's a little bit more rules and sizes and bits and pieces. All of that is going to be in the newsletter, in the letter, in the emails that you get when you sign up. So we're making it as easy and transparent as possible so that we can be efficient and clean and perfect. Okay, let's talk about the charities and the good causes and the way that's going to work. Now, if you choose to donate your guitar and have tickets to win it sold alongside the invitationals, we will assess that on a case-by-case basis, and there is going to be a process for that if you want to. A number of people last year asked for that option, and this is a community competition after all. So that is a possibility. But the main way that we want you guys to help is by choosing 1 or 2 of the causes that we're raising money for, and basically saying, hey, On my profile page on GGBO, there will be a link to this one and this one, or just, hey, this is what I'm raising for. Please go and donate in my name. It will be increments of £2.50, so you can put 40 of them and donate £100, or just one, and it goes through that way. We are going to collate all of the payments every month and send them off to the charities, minus the processing fees and that nonsense that nobody can get away from. And essentially keeps the whole thing easy, but also it keeps it quantifiable, because we are going to be on the charity pages. We're going to be saying, hey, for this charity we have raised this, and for this one we've raised this one. And on your own build pages, every single time we update your page with new photos and stuff like that, we will also go back and check how much money has been donated in your name. We're actually helping this charity to give music therapy to people who can't afford it. We're helping this charity to take musicians into war-torn countries. We're helping this charity to get guitars in the hands of people, or saxophones even, into the hands of people who can't afford them but desperately want to. Because we all know that being a musician, being a maker, a creator, is an incredible escape from the crap that life throws at you, and this is what GGBO is becoming. Now, in the past, what we were trying to do was subsidize guitar builders, subsidize people who couldn't afford to get into the hobby, and due to the sheer amount of cost involved in creating this, we've never been able to do anywhere near as much as we hoped. Our change this year is that we're actually setting up a separate scholarship program for the Crimson Guitar School of Luthiery, and that will be 4 courses, but smaller amounts will also be to donate tools to people. We also have the Dorset Guitar Museum that we are building at the moment. The scholarship is actually going to be a part of the Dorset Guitar Museum, and the Dorset Guitar Museum is in the process of being registered as a charity. Long old process. That is going through that whole process. But essentially, when it's all done and said and done and sorted, we're going to have the charitable arm of Crimson Guitars is the museum, and that will be helping to fund guitar builders everywhere. So, and that is one of the causes that you can help support here. The scholarship, well, that's part of it, but we decided that instead of us saying, hey, the Invitationals, etc., could just choose a random charity or cause of their choice, we said if we had a group of 5 or 6 causes that we wanted to help support, and everybody chose from that, instead of maybe 50 or 100 pounds going to something, we might have 500 or 1,000 pounds going to one very specific music-related charity. I've got my pieces of paper. I like paper. Categories. The categories are the same, but different. We still have the kit, we still have the scratch, we still have the freestyle, and we still have the invitational categories, as well as the community build. Community, you're building along, you're not interested in the competition, you can still be sponsored if you choose. You can choose not to sponsor any charity, that's fine as well. But there's no voting, and that is the same as last year. There's no pressure, although we hope that adding the ability to only use photographs or shorts, etc., short videos, is also going to take a little bit of the stress off. So maybe more people will compete. The scratch build is the same. If your neck was made by somebody else, then it's a, sorry, the kit build is the same. If your neck was made by somebody else, it's a kit. The scratch, it's an electric guitar or bass, and you're making it from scratch, from raw materials, etc. Freestyle, acoustic instruments, hurdy-gurdies, ukuleles. If you are building a hollow body guitar that has a center block, then that's an electric guitar, and that's in the scratch. If you're building a completely hollow guitar, then yeah, that's in the freestyle competition. We've removed the professional category. Another stated goal and aim for GGBO is to promote guitar builders everywhere. And the fact that last year the professional guitar builders had to donate their guitars as a prize. It was my idea. It was a great idea, but it put people off and was, well, we didn't garner as many competitors as we hoped. This year, the professional categories are lumped in with the scratch the kit and the freestyle, but separate. You are going to have a professional scratch category. You're going to have a professional kit category, a professional freestyle category. If you earn 50% or more of your income from building guitars, you're a professional. Congratulations. And that is your category. There will be no prizes like there are for the non-professional, unprofessional sides of things. What's a nice way to say that? The public part of the competition. The professional people, their prize is when they win, the first, second and third people in each category will have a trophy. They will be permanently on the winners list page on the website, which I think still has to be built. And I'm hoping they're going to get orders and sales as a result of this. I'm excited. I'm also very easily distracted. Okay. The professionals, everything is going to be fundraising and sponsored, as we said before. The invitationals will be choosing a charity or a cause to raise money for in the same way. There will be links, but they are donating their guitars, and those instruments will be put up as a prize draw with tickets being bought and people winning the guitars at the end of the year. If you think you have got a big enough social media following to be part of the invitational, if you think your guitars are good enough, then hey, get in touch. We're open to suggestions. Well, there are changes to the invitational categories. We've called it the Invitationals No Limits build. And in the same way that the competition is moving to a more charitable basis, we also, all of us, I assume, are trying to be more ecologically minded. And this year, at least for this year, no less than 50% of the invitational build needs to be recycled or upcycled material. Now, we are not sending out kit guitars. We're not sending out kit guitars. If the builder chooses to use a neck that they have harvested off another guitar, or a kit guitar neck, or anything like that, that's absolutely fine. It doesn't count as the 50% recycled or upcycled. That's the neck. But what we are going to send out to every invitational competitor is the ability to make a neck. Truss rod, pre-slotted fretboard, a nut, the basic hardware for the guitar, truss rod templates, routing templates. We're also sending out a set of the Crimson Just Add Water, Stunning Stains, a full essential fret leveling and dressing toolkit. Every builder in the entire competition can have an affiliates link. So if your fans buy from Crimson Guitars, then you will end up making some money, which is hopefully going to do both Crimson, who are the main sponsor for GGBO again, and yourself some good. We will also give you a budget to buy the case that the guitar is going to ship in, and we will cover the shipping of the guitar to the final winner. Now, if you are part of the rest of the competition, the shipping of the guitar that you donate, that will have to be organized between you and the winner. But for the invitationals, we cover that cost. Now, if you do, as an invitational, take a neck from another guitar and you don't use any of these other bits, then those bits then get donated to the winner of the guitar, because most people here, well, that might be the thing that pushes them over the edge and into becoming a luthier. And yeah, we're all interested in that. Prizes, it's exactly the same as last year, but without the mathematical mistakes that I made. There is a 12.5% fee that has to come off the top. So if we, for example, raise £10,000 selling tickets for a guitar, 12.5% gets taken off to cover the fees, the credit card fees, and you know, all of that unavoidable nonsense. The rest of the money is then split very simply. 5% of the money raised is split out in prizes for the first, second and third place winners of the public scratch, kit and freestyle competitions. exactly as it happened last year. 45% goes to GGBO, Great Guitar Build-Off, to cover the now full-time staff having to administer this and put it on next year, and 50% goes to one of the good causes that the luthier, the builder, the maker has chosen to support. And it's as simple as we can make it. Last year there were I messed up with the maths, and it meant that it took a lot longer to deal with everything because it was very confusing and based on postage and all sorts of nonsense. So yeah, we're trying to focus in on the bare minimum at this point. Trophies for everybody, of course. The entrance fee, not changed. And by this point, I've been talking for maybe 20 minutes and you've already checked out the website and know this. The entrance fee is the same as it was last year, £50 per competitor, apart from the Invitational, the community, the Invitational, all the community categories, which are free. This covers the costs of administering the competition. It covers the costs of building your profile page and updating all of that stuff. If you can't afford the entry fee, please get in touch. We can subsidize it up to 50% on a case-by-case basis. Voting, same thing, almost. The community. Early on we had issues with basic voter fraud, but last year we had the community vote for their favorite builders in each category, and it's the same thing here. We are going to have a selection of photographs per category, and you scroll through and you choose based on those who you want to come first, second or third. So you will say, this is my favorite, this is my second favorite, this is my third favorite, in the Scratch, the Kit, the Freestyle builds, and in the Scratch Professional, Kit Professional, Freestyle Professional builds, as well as the Invitational. But because you've just got a small amount of photographs, rather than having to watch a 15-minute video for each builder that interests you, which is basically physically impossible if you have a life, we're trying to make it easy. The one final addition is that, as well as the community category where people are able to vote, there is now the Friends of GGBO, which is a small monthly membership, a group of people who don't want to build, they don't want to take photographs, they want to vote, and they want to have some inside behind the scenes data. And yeah, that's very cool. They get special thanks and members' names on the websites, discounts on merchandise. The merch store is going to be launching next week. It's amazing. This whole thing has taken 6 weeks longer than we thought it would, of 2 or 3 people working basically full-time just to put it together. Voting rights, as well as previews of GGBO videos and access to a members-only part of the website. Spot prizes going out throughout the competition as last time. There's perks. The main sponsor, Crimson Guitars, is putting up a 5% discount for every competitor on the Crimson Guitars site, and also at the moment, because GGBO is launching today, Crimson has decided to do a massive sale whereby anybody who's entering, there's a sale going on, and on top of that, with that sale, for every £10 spent up to £300, you get £1 off a ticket to win a guitar that I am about to start building. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, but I'm hoping it's going to be sexy. I've skipped sort of one of the main things, and that is that the whole process is being done via newsletter. Each category is going to have its own newsletter, and we had a real issue contacting people last year, and with stuff going to spam and all this, and not being able to actually talk to the competitors. It is an absolute requirement that if you enter, you have to sign up to the newsletter that we send to you, so that you can get the data that you need. And it's genuinely important. We will send you a document that you have to fill in, giving us your social media links, giving you your website, giving us your website. And we need profile photos, we need all of this. And we've got a how-to, we've got a basic do this, this and this, simple forms. But if you're not receiving these newsletters, which are again category specific, then basically you're not going to know what to do, and we're not going to have the ability to get your photos and all of that stuff. That is an absolute requirement for the competition. If we have, say, 500 people compete this year, which is absolutely easily within the realms of possibility, if we had people sending us 2 or 3 photos a day, which is also possible, just via email and random things, or sending us copies of Instagram links and stuff like that, it's more than a full-time job, and it's simply untenable. So yeah, please make sure you have the newsletters, pay attention to them, make sure they don't go to your junk. It's supremely important. The competition begins today. Go, build a guitar or 2. 30th of November, the competition ends. That is for you, that is for the invitational competitors, that is for the community, everybody. By the 30th of November, your final video, your final photographs, whatever format you're using, whatever platform, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, which still is my first love, your final content needs to be up with photographs of your finished guitar sent to us via WeTransfer. If we don't have by this date a gallery of photographs showing the finished instrument and showing that it's a viable, playable guitar, as well as at least 50 images of the build process, you won't be eligible to be voted for, unfortunately. Now, 1st of December, voting begins. Across the board, for everybody. The Academy, the Friends of GGBO, voting in the categories. It's going to be open for 4 weeks until Boxing Day, the 26th of December. The voting is being done by the same newsletters. Okay, if you aren't getting these newsletters, you aren't able to vote. The other thing is that on the 1st of December, any guitars that have been donated, any guitars built by the invitational categories will go up on dailyguitardraw.com, and you will be able to buy tickets for them. Again, we know the split, 45% for charity, 5% for the winners of the other competitions, the public side of the competitions at least, and 50% going to a charity or cause of the builder's choice. Now the big thing is, this is GGBO 2023, but we want to keep it in 2023. On Friday the 29th of December at 6 p.m, this is the furthest ahead I have ever planned anything apart from possibly my wedding. Not entirely sure. On the main Crimson Custom Guitars YouTube channel, we are going to be doing a live stream extravaganza. During that live stream, we are going to announce all of the winners of every single category, including the professionals and the invitationals, and live during that stream, all of the prize draws are also going to be ending. So every few minutes, we're going to watch a prize draw finish, and we are live going to draw the winner of that instrument. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be massive. I think we're going to have to sort of lay on some beer. Hell, maybe we could even have a live audience. Do you know what? That would be fun. This is my 3rd go around of this video, and every time I do it, I add something different or have a, ooh, that's a good idea. It is now the day that everything launches, and I'm filming it again, and still having ideas. Finally, date for your diary. 1st of January 2024. GGBO 24 starts. Tickets on sale during the live stream, and from that point, we are not going to be rebuilding the website. We are not going to be rejigging the whole thing ever again. It will be a year-long competition. If you want to do 1 or 2 or 3 builds, if you want to, well, if you want to. That's where we're at. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I genuinely think that we have found, solved, addressed, avoided all problems and issues. I think that this is going to be a lifelong yearly thing that happens, that is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and inspire and help people grow while also helping a lot of people who are less fortunate than us. This is my statement and I commend it to the House. This is the way. There we go. I've just mixed UK politics and The Mandalorian. I think that is a new height or low. I don't know. Thank you for watching. Please compete. Let me know what you think in the comments. And check out the website. Still a few changes to make, but she's coming together. Goodbye. This is my statement and I commend it to the House. The Academy. I'd like to thank the Academy. I should have made an Academy joke because we've got the GGBO Academy of Winner. Gosh, I suck. Goodbye.